95 WIIL Rock Daily Rewind.
White Sox defeated the Boston Red Sox 8-4. That series wraps up today. Meanwhile, Arizona Diamondbacks needed an extra inning or two, actually 2 innings, to get past.
There was an exact number.
Yeah.
They won. How you say? Extra inning or two. What was the score? A few to a couple. A few to a couple? Yeah. Who won it? Well, a few beats a couple. So it was 3-2. Nah, it's a few and a couple.
Few and a couple.
Okay. Where did they play the game? Man, over by there. Over by. Are you going to give any information? Who got the winning hit? The guy. Oh, it was the guy. Good. Did you watch the game? Yeah. Who'd you watch it with? No, I hate you. Okay. All right. Did you do anything else after this week? Anything else this weekend? You know what's up. All right.
My bad.
Whose fault was it? Whose fault? My bad. Well, that's very specific. Yeah. Anyway. Why is it your bad? Well, you know. You're just not going to give any answers, but you could run for office.
95 WIIL Rock Daily Rewind.
It's the perfect storm today. It's the day after Easter in her world, which I found out in her world is Easter's not like a solemn holiday. It's, religion. He has risen, all that. It's not okay.
There was prayer before.
Yes, this is you putting vegetables out on the table, so you can say, "Oh, we had vegetables there," and then eating all the fried foods. Mm-hmm. This is you saying, "Look, we're good. We did some Jesus, and then."
We prayed over our food.
Yeah. There. All right. And everybody's like, who's going to pray? I don't know, man.
It was the guy that I told you about that we had to then wake up later.
Later on.
He was the one that did the prayer.
He was the prayer guy. So in Leah's world, it's we pretend to pray.
He did an awesome prayer.
I know these people with these prayers. And then he passed out. In Leah's world, Easter is not a solemn religious holiday or a children's fun see the bunny holiday. It is a straight up kegger. It is a bleep show.
I put a lot of families in my belly.
Which when you said that, I thought that you were like at an orgy. I'm like, what? Are you, huh? What do you mean you put a lot of families in your belly?
Different drinks. They had the High Noon, and I had the 64s, and it started with Modelo.
Why is that families? I don't even know what you're saying.
Different, I had a carbless. I went to...
You tried all the brands of alcohol.
Yes.
You went out, and he is risen. Let me try every possible type of booze. Oh, my gosh,
we did shot ski.
Shot ski. Nothing says he is risen like, let's get out the shot ski. And on the 8th day, the Lord said it unto you. No, yeah.
Listen,
they rolled back the stone from the grave, and there's Jesus standing there with a shot ski going,
let's go, boys.
Hey, guards, everybody down on the end, man. We got 2 extra shot spots here. Mary Magdalene, get in here. I know you're a party girl.
Yeah, but she's got to be on the end because she's short. That's what I learned. Hey,
the short girl has to be on the end of the shot ski.
Yes. Can you play the video of us doing the shot ski? It's on my
Sure.
It's on my story. Go to Facebook. I gotta see if
the computer will work. I'm not in yet. I can't get in.
Okay, damn it.
You know how the computers work here.
Oh my gosh. It's just I went back. I text my cousin.
Send me the video and I'll post it on our pages.
Okay.
All right.
I texted to my cousin, and I was just like, I just listened to the audio of this, and it makes us look so horrible.
So you and I are having the same day, because if you listen to that audio, or if you listen to the audio, I found 2 people from the UK yesterday.
Oh, brother.
And I had one of them do, she asked about Malort, and I had her do Malort. So I have the video, and you have the video. We have the holiday to you and I, yesterday's holiday.
It was a drinking holiday.
No, It also was, yesterday was April 20th. Mm-hmm. That's the 4th month, the 20th day. 420 was the... And I over-celebrated.
Yeah. So
you over-celebrated on the shot ski, he is risen, and I over-celebrated 420. We haven't found a holiday we can't just ruin.
Right. This is tradition.
Turn into partying.
We do shot ski for Easter every year.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah. It's the New Testament.
It's very new. We're writing it as we speak. He is risen at shot. And I'm not throwing shade at the people that did the religious stuff yesterday, or whatever. Good, whatever. You do you. I prayed yesterday for the first time in a couple of decades.
Yeah.
And for maybe the second time in my life, I felt like, wait a second, I'm talking with someone right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably the most, I prayed yesterday. And 420, whatever. But whatever gives you the clarity or the space in your mind where you feel like it's working, go with it.
Go with it. Yeah.
I think that I communed with whatever yesterday. And I got some answers or some clarity and maybe it was just my brain thinking better. I don't know. But it seemed like something was going on there. So
wow.
That was our day.
That was.
Shot ski and I talked to God. We had distinctly different days. I will tell you that.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
95 Will Rock 3-Lock Box presented by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. And on Friday, Matt found the key. Hey, Matt. You ruined everybody's fun. Everybody's going to go out and look for the key all weekend, and there's Matt finding it on Friday. So
yep, that saves them some time.
Yeah, let me tell you, Matt is now these people that give their lives over to finding this thing and winning these prizes. Congratulations, Matt. By the way, where are you from? Mundelein, Matt. The people that do this, I think, get a life. These have to be people that just have way too much free time and are not serious individuals in the world. But that has not been the case. We have professionals, people with lives. He has to wrap up this conversation, Matt, right now.
Yeah.
Because he's a school teacher.
Right.
You're a real person, Matt. You do real people, grown-up stuff. Why do you do 3-Lock Box?
I just like solving puzzles. I find it to be a lot of fun. I try every year for like 5 years, so I decided to win one here.
Yeah, he doesn't even, like I told him about the prize. The prize is awesome. It's a 5-night stay. It's air and 5 nights, you and a guest at any Rio in the Caribbean or Mexico. That's all inclusive, all your meals, all your drinks. Rio does things right, thanks to Travel Leaders and FunJet. But this is an awesome prize, all 3 of them this year. Matt doesn't seem to care. I could have said, well, here's
a teacher.
Like I said, here's your bag full of dog poop, and he would have been like, yay. What is having a teacher? He needs a vacation more than anybody.
100%, but I find that they can only vacation like that in the summertime, and you usually stay here in the summertime because
so it's not as good.
Yeah.
We're sending you someplace hot with a lot of drinks, Matt, in the summer. I'm sorry, okay?
I'll take it.
Are you going to blow off a week of school and do it like when the weather's crappy? That's when you want to do this.
That's when you need to do it, yeah.
I was actually thinking about that because it said not to take it around vacation time. So I'm like, okay, well, now I have to maybe blow off a week of school.
Yeah.
But, don't tell my boss.
The little bastards are going to turn out rotten either way. So, there's nothing you're not, Matt, I'd like to tell you you're making a difference, and teachers are very important, and collectively you are, but losing you for one day isn't going to change any one of those little bastards' lives one way or the other, unless you are the greatest teacher in the history of teachers, and Bernie Shavink has retired, so that is available, okay?
Okay.
All right. Listen, now where did you find it? This is where I get even more pissed off. Wayne thinks he's being so cheeky, and the idea is to have the key last about 2 weeks, and Friday was the end of the second week. So he gave out some kind of clue he wanted it to be exactly perfect. So he could say, well, my key was 2 weeks,
Yeah.
When my key goes for 2 days and Leah's goes for 3 months, he go, well, mine went exactly 2. Where was it? How did you find it? And he gave you some clue that led you right to it.
Yeah, so I knew from day one it was in Lake County from his clues, but he had a lot of clues saying Gray, so I was searching around Gray's Lake for like a week. And then he gave the clue that it had an interstate but no train station, so I'm like, okay, that's got to be Gurnee, actually. So lucky for me, I was off on Friday for Good Friday, so I was wandering around, every field in Gurnee looking for like pipes or gas meters and things like that. And then the afternoon clue on Friday.
What led you what led you to gas meters?
There was one clue that said 6 dials, but you only read 4.
Okay.
And the only thing I could think of that matched that as a gas meter.
Hey, listen, Matt, you're an uber nerd. How the hell do you know how many dials are on a gas meter?
Well, I knew some type of meter, so I just looked up all the different types of meters. And
I looked up all the different types of meters. So your wife's not getting any. All right, noted. Okay, all right. So, and then gray, gas meters are gray, right? So what else? Keep going. How'd you get here?
So then the afternoon clue was from announcement to opening. It took 3 years, so I Googled how long it took to build Gurnee Mills, and it took 3 years, so I ran over there. And I'm like, I'll search the mall if I have to. I'm like, wait, I'm probably going to hide it near where he works. And then one of the clues had smokers know where to go, and I saw that side door. Like, I bet you they go out there to smoke all the time, so I ran over there.
I like that we're missing every other word from Matt because it's like he's giving clues now.
Yeah.
We're sort of hearing what we need to know.
I can kind of make out
all
what
right,
he's
yeah,
saying.
and so we'll have Wayne explain the rest of the clues after 7:30. He's going to talk to us. But it was on the gas meter here at the utility door where our smokers go from the radios, like him and Elwood and Corso and Wayne will be standing out there. It's a little click by the gas meter.
That literally says,
don't smoke here.
Yeah.
They smoke by the gas meter. Like, let's blow the building up. And it was just in plain sight, like taped on that thing, huh?
Yep, taped to the back.
I walked past it every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, Matt, you get one of these crappy trips that you don't care about. You did solve the puzzle. Congratulations. I hear your wife is unaffected and disinterested in the contest. She's not getting any right now. Matt can go back to being a good husband. Right? Your wife was like, oh, just go do your stupid thing. Or, she doesn't join you.
Do you know if he's married? Do you know Matt?
He's married,
Okay.
right, Matt?
Yeah, she's very excited to not have to get clues for me every single morning.
Yeah, she's glad this has ended. You could still play with the next key is mine. I got it right here. I got to go out and hide it the next day or two. You could play still and just have, if you figure out where it is, have her and make her go with and be like, all right, you found it. Now take a picture. She's like, I am just, or whatever.
Or a friend, and then you guys could do a...
There are people who get so into this, Matt, and congratulations, after 5 years of trying, you finally won. You're going on a trip that you don't care about. But thanks for playing our stupid little contest.
Oh, thank you.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
So last week we talked about this, Tom. They announced that they were selling bottomless burger passes.
The burger passes sold out in one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you were upset about that because you were like, had I known, I would have at least tried. Well, they sold out instantly, and even worse, their website crashed. So many people
couldn't even get on there and do it.
Weren't even able to get the satisfaction of seeing that they were too late. And a few people who did get through were mistakenly charged the maximum value of the promotion. Those charges have since been reversed.
So they were charged how much all the burgers?
$682.
Somebody did the math and like, all right, how much is this costing? All right, and they had the number, and some intern is like, all right, so I should build them. They put it into the the booking, the billing engine. And that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Read
Robin,
the fine print next time you do a promotion. If you're like a customer that is like, too bad, so sad, you asked for it. It was, I agree to this, and you clicked, and you owe us $600. Come get your first burger.
Right.
That would be a racket that somebody would pull. But it was an accident.
It was an accident. They apologized. And now they're hyping another sweepstakes that I wanted to tell you about, Tom.
Yeah. And at the end of this one, if you don't get in on it, they come to your house and beat the hell out of you in front of your family. Should have read the fine print.
That's included.
And also, you owe us $600 for the SmackDown. What is it?
Free burgers for a year.
I like Red Robin. It's not bad for a chain or whatever. I don't need bottomless fries. One serving of fries is generally enough.
Yeah, I don't.
And I'll always get a second one because I feel like it's available,
and you should take it.
I'm a chump if I don't. So then I end up eating too much French fries, and I'm psychologically weird. So I have to eat all my French fries before I can eat my burger. I might sneak a bite or two just to check it out. So when the girl comes to the table, or boy, and she says, how is it?
Yeah.
And she looks at me and I say, it's great. And then she looks at the burger and is like, well, this asshole's lying to me. And then, but she walks away.
You could have, I licked it.
Yeah. I've licked the burger. Then they ask you to leave. If you just start, I want to go to Red Robin with you, I'll buy. But you're not allowed to use your teeth. Me and you.
How many licks
your tongue.
does it take?
How to get the center of a Red Robin burger. 1, 2, 3. What's happening? She's choking to death. She's trying to swallow that burger whole. She thinks she's the owl. All right, so lick your burger at Red Robin is what this bit is called. So it's what is the promotion?
Oh man, only 12 people are going to win.
And what will they win? Free
burgers for a year, and the details about it, Tom, are on their site.
Right.
So that's back up.
Free
and running.
burgers for a year. Some restrictions apply. You owe us $700. We're going to beat the hell out of you and then choke you with a burger. Red Robin, but we got bottomless fries.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
the number one thing you learned this weekend
is that you enlightened me and then
Yeah.
also made me look like a dumbass in the same day. Two separate things.
I will say this. I apologize for the dumbass. I'm sure it was inadvertent.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, crap.
And it was on the air, so I'll save that for last. The first thing is,
There's proof.
rode in a parade.
She's got receipts.
Rode in a parade.
Yeah.
I was the passenger.
Because Quinn is Little Miss Gurney.
Little Miss Gurney. So
and
we
you
had the
know
Gurney Queens.
What parade was it?
The Antioch Easter Parade.
Oh, okay. That's
So
nice.
rode in the
I
parade.
love Antioch.
First thing that we pull up and see, Tom, is
A woman in leather pants.
nope, a horse taking a giant dump.
And you said those are horse
I
apples.
said those are horse apples, and then they
That
went on
part is
to ask.
correct.
They went on to ask. I'm telling you, these are two separate events.
Okay.
But I just realized this. They are intertwined. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. You're okay.
Holy crap, this is wild.
This
so
is wild.
horse apples.
I
And
taught you that the feces of a horse, you said poop, and I said those are called horse
apples. I said manure. You said horse
Horse
apples.
apples.
Some people call them road apples. And then I explained to the people I was with. And in like big parades, there will be a clown at the back and they'll be
Have
selling
a wheelbarrow and
Yep,
they'll be like horse apples.
Yeah, get your horse apples.
Did they have a clown in the parade doing the horse apples?
They did not, but they had a guy. They had not even a guy, a little kid that was scooping up that poop. And
What did he do at school? He was in trouble.
He was probably on
maybe,
punishment.
Or maybe it's the other. Maybe it's an honor.
I don't think
Billy
so.
gets to clean up the horse.
I don't
poop.
think
No?
so.
Okay.
So then shortly after that,
Did he have to run? Can I ask one more question? I'm sorry. I'm very
No,
interested.
it's fine.
Did he have to run the wheelbarrow too, or was there one on shovel, one on wheelbarrow?
they
'Cause that's
weren't
the way
on it wasn't a wheelbarrow.
It was an apple wagon?
It was a golf cart, and it was
Oh.
a big container on the back of the golf cart that he was
So it
just
was
walking.
motorized. In my world, the clown has to run an actual
Yeah.
wheelbarrow. Okay.
And that's what I was explaining to the ladies that I was with, and everyone thought like, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny, that's
Yeah.
so cool." So then later on that afternoon, this is just so wild because they both involved.
So that was the good thing that I taught you horse apples. You looked smart. Did I get
I looked
credit?
smart. No,
thank
but
you.
it's okay because you got credit for this one. So
For the bad, I got credit.
of course you did. So we're at the Legion, at the Gurney American Legion.
This is Leah's hangout. If you want to find her, she's there drinking with her mom and Dick,
So my mom was working, Dick was a patron,
her
and
stepfather.
all of the kids were out on the field because they had baseball practice.
Mommy's going to stay here and have some mommy juice with Grandma and Dick. You go play on the field.
The coaches came in too. We had what we called a coaches meeting because the wives were like, "Where the hell are you?" We were having a coaches meeting. So
I like that you're doing your. Leah was drinking with all the coaches. I don't know why all the women in this group don't like you.
oh, they love me.
Okay.
No one of the moms joined. Anyhow, so I'm talking to the coach, and we were talking about my oldest went with his girlfriend and her family to Kentucky. They went to the horse races down there.
Keeneland. Is it Keeneland? Oh, crap.
I said Kneeland because you corrected me on the air.
I was told by the guy who runs the track.
Keeneland.
That computer, but that's wrong.
No, it's not. So I said Kneeland, and the coach whipped his head around at me, and he goes, "You mean Keeneland?" And I was like, "So the K isn't silent, Tom." And he's laughing, and I'm like, "Michael, stop laughing at me." I'm like, "Tom taught me this. This is something that Tom taught me." And he's a teacher, so he knows what he's talking about.
How did you verify? Have you talked to your son at the track? Or
So
something, or-
no, and I asked him, and he was like, "I don't know." Everyone was saying Keeneland,
It's Keeneland. I stayed. You know, when I stayed there, I was there for the Kentucky Derby, which is just up the road at
Yeah.
Churchill Downs. But we stayed on the track at Keeneland with the guy who was the man who was in charge of the track's like maintenance. We got to ride around on the track in a truck right after the tractors had come out and groomed it. I have video of that, and he every time. I don't remember him saying the name of the place really.
Okay. But you would think because it starts with a K, but that's what Mike was saying. Mike's like, "Leah, but then there's two E's after it." I said, "I know, that's why I kept saying Keeneland," and I said it on the air, and Tom corrected me, and I felt like the biggest dumbass.
But did you verify it through another person?
Yes, I
Who?
verified. Well, and then I watched.
And how are they related?
Who?
This one and the story about the horse apples.
They're
Oh, it's both horses.
home.
I'm Tom
You're
Keefe.
going home, too.
And neither of us should be here today. It is now, listen, it is now not a rule. I wish Delwood happy birthday. He said, don't stick anything in your butt. It's not a rule, but from now on, the day after 420, and the day after shot ski day. You get off the day after shot ski day.
You get off 421.
Easter, and I get off on
Absolutely.
421. We're going to skip the news.
Dead serious face.
What is the same thing about the horse apple clown and the racetrack, the horse race? Oh, it done be horses. What a moron.
Bye.
We're going to call Keeneland and find out.
Do it.
All right, fine. Is there a bet?
I don't know. I don't have any money.
She spent it all on what? Booze for the shot ski.
Calling the Kentucky Castle.
Oh, okay.
For Castle Farm Restaurant, press 1.
Sure.
For the hotel,
No.
press 2.
Press 2.
For the spa.
Yeah, the restaurant's probably not open right
If
now.
if you want to go,
All calls are recorded for quality
Same.
and training
same
purposes.
here. This is going to be a booking place. It's not going to be them. It's going to be some booking company. It clicked over now to some booking company.
Damn it.
Hi, thank you for calling the Kentucky Castle Hotel. This is Katie at the front desk.
Katie's at the front desk. Katie, you're on the air. We have a question for you about one of the neighbor places there that the Kentucky Castle is in. You're very close to the racetrack, correct?
We certainly are. We're about 5 minutes away from Keeneland Racetrack.
Keeneland Racetrack. All right. Thank you for telling me how to pronounce that properly. I appreciate it. We'll come see you sometime. We're at the track at Keeneland there, okay?
Perfect. Sounds
All right.
good. We will see you
It
then.
looks like a very nice facility. It looks like a castle. We have a castle where we are. It's called the Mars Cheese Castle. It looks about the exact same. Well, instead of nice accommodations, there's cheese. Isn't that weird?
Oh, fantastic. Well, hey, we love cheese here, too.
We love hotels that look like castles. Thank you for
Katie.
being very
Thank you, Katie.
pleasant, Katie. We appreciate it.
Of course, my pleasure. Have
All
a great rest of your day.
Oh, my
Yes,
God.
thank
I
you.
seriously.
My day is going to go
Listen.
horribly. I'm a dumbass.
Listen,
You're
love.
right. I'm wrong. You win.
Thank you. I love Kentucky.
so
Everyone is
nice.
so nice. I got
They're so nice.
Look at, I got a Kentucky T-shirt.
Well, and their family trees are just like yours. It's a bush.
It's a
They're
bush.
all related.
No. I explained that to Kate, and I said, so you're in the South, right? You're in the South, but
Yeah.
you're not in the South where they're sleeping with their cousins. That was
Oh.
the legit conversation we had last night.
Oh, really? They're in a non...
Because you're border South. So you're just tiptoeing into the
Do
cousin.
you see how it could be worrisome to me that you know the parts of the South where it's okay to be incestuous and the parts that it isn't, and that you had this conversation with your son? Do you understand?
Well, because I was just trying to make a point.
Okay.
That
but
was my point, and that's
maybe
what I
explain
used.
that before you tell people how you explain the finer points of incest to your son. Okay?
Oh, my God.
This is one of the times where I'm right.
Yeah.
Write it down.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.